Now take a look at this box. I think this is one of the prettiest box I've ever seen when I'm reviewing IM. So hello and welcome to Aftersound Review, and this is my review for Simgot EM2 Roltion. First of all, thank you for Simgot for providing me with this review unit. And before I jump into this IM review, I'd like to share with you the unboxing experience because this is just too special to be missed. Now let's take a look at the art itself. I don't know why, but it feels like a novel art. It's like a Chinese martial classical art. It feels really beautiful. And this is the unboxing part. Let me show you here. Even the black box inside is really beautiful. I don't know, it looks like a water's logo or something. I'm not really sure even what does Roltion means. By the way, it somehow reminds me of the Targaryen logo, but it's water, not dragon. So the box itself is really beautiful, and here's what you get inside. Now let's take a look at that. You got this very beautiful unboxing experience with this Simgot card inside, and this is what you get. So yeah, before I go to the review with this IM, I should say that Simgot has really done a great job with this unboxing experience. Then this Simgot EM2 Roltion is using one BA and one dynamic driver and costs around $99. This is actually a revised or maybe a revamped version for the older EM2 from the Simgot. Actually, I haven't heard the EM2, so yeah, I only have heard this EM2 Roltion, and just like usual, I will break down this review from the build, fit, frequency response, sound, and comparison. I should say that they do really looks beautiful, and the main housing is made of plastic, but somehow I feel that the plastic is quite good quality and quite thick, and the faceplate has this kind of metal parts here. And the nozzle is really big, because when I try to shine light through this filter, I can see that the BA driver is here, is located in here. So you can see really clearly that the dynamic driver is inside the housing here, and the balance armature is inside the nozzle. That's why the nozzle itself is really big, but it gives some difficulties when you try to do tips rolling, because not a lot of ear tips could fit this big nozzle. And the cable itself feels good. By the way, they are using 2-pin connectors, but it's remind me of a QDC type C kind of pin, because it has this recession or this cover on the male connectors, and also on the female connectors there's a mount here. So it's a little bit different from the usual 2-pin connectors. And the ear gap itself is really thick and rigid, but the cable, I love this kind of cable because it's not microphonic at all, and it's really flexible. Regarding the ergonomics, for me, I have no problem at all using it for hours, because it just fits perfectly in my ears like this. I feel the sharp edges touching my ears. But I have to warn you though, like I said before, that the nozzle is quite large. It's larger than average, so it might become a little problem for those who have very little small ears. Now going to the sound of this Simgot EM2 Roltion, just like the frequency response show, I will say that this IM falls into V-shape category, but a really good kind of V-shape. For me, yes, it still have that emphasis over the bass area, also upper mid-range and treble, that makes this IM sounds vibrant, fun, and quite energetic, but with some for me, there's some minor harshness I found around the upper mid-range to lower treble area. But overall, the thing that I like about this EM2 Roltion, the sound is exactly what I hope for from a hybrid driver. Let me explain to you. The hybrid drivers usually or mainly usually use the dynamic driver for the bass area to give that thumping bass that is the most natural in the that could find in the driver, of course in the dynamic driver, while the balancer material act as frequency that needs clarity and also details, then and that mainly plays in the mid-range to treble area, then and that exactly what I get from this. The bass is thumping, it's deep, it's punchy, but I have to tell you though, you really need to get a good seal with this to get that really good bass. And it's simply a all-rounder kind of bass that will serve a lot of genre really nicely. And then the thing that I like is after you hear that thumping good bass, you hear a really good clarity above it. So the mid-range and treble area is a little bit forward, and you feel that the positioning is like the vocal is forward, and then you feel that the bass is a little bit behind the vocal and treble area. So you can imagine the bass is like the subwoofer is on the back side of the mid-range and treble area. So yeah, the vocal, female vocal especially, will shine really good through this Simgot EM2. I have tried some songs especially from female vocals and also girl bands from Korean girl bands like Blackpink or even G-Idol, or some of their newest girl band right there. For me, it sounds energetic. I could hear the vocals really clear through this and the bass is still really fun. So I hear a lot of energy, I hear a lot of emotion, and I hear a lot of fun through those kind of genre to this So definitely will be recommended if you like pop genre, especially for those kind of genre. I feel that the female vocal shines more rather than the male vocal. Like for example, again, when I tried Josh Groban through this or Michael Bublé, I feel that the positioning, even though it's still a bit forward, but I feel that I lack a little bit of warmth. I feel that there's lacking a bit of thickness in the male vocal area, but female, I have no problem with that. It shines really greatly, it is forward, it is clear, and you can hear every word clearly. So yeah, the thing that I like is you can feel the bass is punchy, but the bass is not the main star of this I feel that still the bass is like accompanying the vocal, but the vocal, especially female vocal, is forward, it's clear, and really nice. But I do find the treble, even though it's sparkling, and another thing is it's also energetic, but I feel that there's unevenness in the treble area. Also, there's a little bit of plasticky timbre coming in the treble area, especially when I'm hearing cymbals or when I'm hearing some as vocals in certain tracks. I feel that the treble is a little bit rough, but actually as an overall experience for me, I enjoy it. And especially if we are talking about technical after that, the technical is what I like about this is about that separation. You can hear really clearly that it is separated. It's like a 2 layers going on with any kind of song you hear through this I could hear that the bass is like a 1 layer, you get that proper subwoofer, and then you get a good clarity mid-range and treble for that. So there's a 2 layers that is quite distinctive, but actually still kind of plays together in harmony. But yeah, as a result, for me, the technical level is even a little bit better. I find that it's clear, it has better clarity than my benchmark at this point, which is the Juno Titan S. For me, the clarity is on the better level, even though the soundstage, I would say it's average, also the imaging is average, but the clarity and that separation feeling that I get from this Roltion, EM2 Roltion, is definitely better than the Juno Titan S. Now, when it comes to comparison, how is it compared to my benchmark for $100 and below price point, the Juno Titan S? I find that the tonal wise Especially, I find that the Juno Titan S is still a more neutral one. I feel that the bass isn't as elevated as this EM2 Roltion, but I feel that I could hear a faster bass and more controlled bass in terms of speed. Also, the mid-range is more natural for me in this Juno Titan S. It's not as forward, it's not as clear, it's not as aggressive as this EM2 Roltion, but it's somehow for me, for my preference, I feel that it's more natural and it's more balanced. But that being said, I could definitely understand that a lot of people will still choose this EM2 Roltion thanks to its simply better clarity, especially in pronunciation of the words, and overall the vocal clarity is just clearly better on this EM2 Roltion. On every kind of song I pick, it's just simply better. It's just better. It's just clearer in this EM2 Roltion, but it's just the tonal balance. I feel that I still prefer the Juno Titan S, and also the treble area. I still feel that the Juno Titan S is still more better in terms of extension and overall evenness. I feel that I still find some annoying picks for the EM2 Roltion, but it's still, like I said before, it's more energetic, it is more fun, it is more forward. So people who love that kind of energy, I feel that EM2 Roltion will fit you. So in the end, I feel that EM2 Roltion is a definitely good IM. I could definitely recommend this. I mean, around $100. There's not a lot of choice around this IM, around this price point that I will say that it's recommended for me. Like the Aria and Juno Titan S is still a really safe choice, but this is also a new alternative. Maybe the difference in price point is around only $10 or $19, but it's definitely clearer than the Aria and Juno Titan S in terms of vocal forwardness and also the treble sparkle. But in exchange, for me, it is more V-shaped and a little bit harsher than the Aria or the Juno Titan S. Okay, I think that's all I could say about this EM2 Roltion. Overall, I quite enjoyed. I really enjoyed this IM. Especially that unboxing experience is just one of a kind for me. So this is the final score for me. This is for the tonal and this is for the technical. And here's my final rank for this IM. And just like usual, this rank could be changed because of technology advancement or simply upgrade in the IM world. And if you like to see my IM ranking list, you could see it in the description below. And that's all I could say about this IM. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye bye.